Everyone just listen to this podcast. I'm not gonna sell my company for the next 20 years. Invest $20,000 on educate yourself, how to do marketing and how to promote your business. I know people here in my city who they invest on the new Escalade IQ $150,000. They ask me for a job for $8.
Wow. I am joined here by Armando from SUV Seattle for a second time. Thanks for coming back, Armando. It's great to have you.
Yeah, of course. How you doing, Mark? How's everything?
Good, man. Everything is busy. We've been trying to do this for a while now, and been wanting to do a second interview with you because you've really grown a great deal and have likely learned a lot, since we spoke last. So Armando, how did you get into this industry?
That's a great question. I think that very similar to 99% for people who own black car service on US, we start doing Uber, right? I started doing Uber Black. I bought my first car and doing Uber and everything for a couple months. I think that I have a issue, once one of those documents that you have to upload manually and everything. So I upload like 2 or 3 times, and the platform flagged my account as a something happened, and they closed the account, right? So that's happened like pretty much. Yeah, this was very frustrating. That's happened pretty much like 4 months after I bought the car. So I got expenses. I got 28% interest rate on my first vehicle, just to keep that in mind. So I got my Lincoln $1,600 payment plus $1,200 on insurance. And I have to
$3
figure
grand
it
a
out.
month.
$3 grand a month.
And that doesn't include fuel, wow.
Exactly. So, man, I mean, I'm doing business on my country, and I came to US around 8 years ago, always with this entrepreneur mindset. And I have to figure it out, my situation financially immediately. So I'm start to search. I start to see what's the other side from the coin, in order to provide first to pay my bills and second to provide to my family. I have this
Yeah,
family.
because you have a good sized family, right?
Yeah. I have 5 kids, and I have a little boy who we're fostering right now. So we got to take care. I got to take care of them financially, and having then a roof and everything. But yes, it was
That's
a
respect,
very
man.
yeah.
Like moving from another country and setting up and where English isn't your first language, which by the way, even from the last time we spoke, like it's much better.
Thank you.
And really flowing. Wow. So that's that must have been a crazy time, man. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about pressure. 5 kids and then Uber suspends, and it's probably winds up being one of the best things that they could have done, right? Is that when you started saying, I need a backup plan?
I never thought when I bought my first car, my Lincoln, I never thought like it was, another side of the business. I was just thinking about click the button, make money. At that point I was doing like 3K a week, which is 12,000 a month. I said, well, I can
That's
work
not
with
bad on Uber.
it was 4 or 5 years ago, which is pretty much the average on Seattle. By the way, that's where I'm
That was
located.
COVID times, right?
Yeah. Well, we stopped on COVID, but a little bit after, when everything start to get on track, there was when I start to doing full time.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
pre-COVID, you weren't full
Pre-COVID,
time.
exactly.
Got it. Okay.
So, yeah, that's pretty much my route. I mean, as you know, I'm from Seattle, by the way, and this market's very seasonal, so it's a lot of up and downs.
Yep.
Yeah, we here. Well, that's what pretty much your first question, which is how Armando from SUV Seattle started the business.
Yeah.
Open account for Uber, moving forward, take close account, figuring it out.
Yeah.
You got to move forward. Yes.
So whatever. So they close your account, and then were you like, okay, I need a backup plan. Well, because there's Lyft too, right? Were you doing both? I
Oh
thought most
no.
did both.
When
Or
Uber closed my account, they flagged Lyft. I don't know, somewhere or somehow, and they
oh,
flagged both the
it's like you
account,
got blacklisted or something.
something like that. So the funny story about this situation is I went to the lawyer and I put the case on arbitration.
Good.
I
No,
think
that's
that's the way to call
no, no, for
these
sure.
things. And they opened my account 3 months ago.
Wait. Like 3 months ago from
So
today.
for now,
No
like
way.
in October, they sent me an email. Hey Armando, we investigate your case and everything, and your account is open. And I say, "Mm."
By the
Say,
way,
by the
sorry
way,
about that, Armando. How many years later is that? Like,
3 years later,
wow.
it
Best
was,
thing they could
yeah.
have done for you.
I mean, I
When you
have
think
to.
about it, right?
I have to be very honest. I mean, having the Uber Black account, I will tell you this further this interview, but having the account, all that you guys seeing this interview, um, it's positive. You know,
No, sure. You can get clients, right? I
don't
mean,
don't don't think that if you're making millions of dollars, I know companies doing $1 million. I think have the account set up for the drivers, but they have the account.
yeah,
So don't think that two jobs or two schedule are not aligned what you're doing, because how I'm seeing the business is better have the car busy all the
yeah.
time,
No,
because
totally.
then just tell the driver, hey, you got to put the car on the garage for three
Yeah,
months
no,
because
no.
you know
So it's not
don't
either or, right? It's not
it's
either black
exactly
car or Uber black. Like, look, there's nothing wrong. It's like you said. So you have an overhead, right? Every month.
exactly.
That doesn't change, but your profit goes up as the more volume you do, right? Because it's spread across more work, right? And so
Exactly.
that's why, hey, filling in, doing some Uber black, especially deadhead situations, I would think it would be really good for. I don't know how well that works exactly, or if they like, if I'm guessing there's drivers that they potentially favor more or less based on how much work they're doing with Uber Black. Um,
Yeah,
but
Mark, but
good to
if you are not if you don't have more of 5 cars, means you don't make it more $1 million a year. If you don't have that volume on your business, you got to see, hey, there is another option. Even if you want to keep, all the time high level clientele and everything, there is
yeah
opportunity right there. So you guys out there, don't overthink that you're doing something wrong. I mean, I don't appreciate the account. I don't use in the accounts right now.
yeah
But to be honest, having that on the side and
yeah.
see how
Why not?
your business is working out. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like another just way to acquire clients in a way. Now, technically, I'm sure it's not intended to be a way to acquire clients, but of course that's going to happen, right? I mean, look, I've even had the experience where I had someone drive me. I really, like them, and this was some time ago, but I got their card because they live near me, right? And I like their vehicle, and I knew Uber was taking like 50% or something, like something crazy, right? And so a lot of people like just having now, if that's what you want to do and like solo owner operator or whatever. But what is since we spoke last, what were you at when we spoke last as far as like you had a few SUVs, I believe. Did you have the Sprinter yet, or the Transit van at that point?
So I got great news on this for this interview actually. Um,
Okay.
so when we spoke 2 years ago, and I have two SUVs, my Lincoln or whatever, and I have a Chevy Suburban brand new that I bought at that point, and I put my dad driving, and he's my partner pretty much. So
Yeah, that's
he's drive.
awesome.
Yeah, we're family owned operators. So
People love that, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Good way to my marketing.
No, no, no. 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
family owned.
hmm So, yeah, I still partnership with I have a partnership with another affiliate on the city, as you know. So they start to feed me a lot with some clientele from the cruise season, and I start to have large group like all the time doing double cars and triple cars and whatever. So I move forward and bought my first sprint event early last year, the spring passenger sprint event,
Okay.
and now I bought another one. So we got two SUV, two sprint event, and I am partnership with another executive sprint event, which is like Limo style and everything.
Ah, got it. Okay. So you
So
have two regular sprinters right now, and then you have someone that you work very closely with the limo style.
exactly, but there is six vehicle total, but I have full-time drivers, like independent contractors. I have
Yes.
full vehicles on my hands. So two drivers, they're not allowed to work with another company but me.
Okay.
I
So
make
two
a
full-time drivers, right?
four cars,
Okay,
four
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 cars.
SUVs, four
Four.
SUVs.
Okay.
Who I provide them a good contract. I offer them certain amount of money a year in order to then just allow just receiving business from us. I don't have to invest moving forward on garage or stuff like that. I use
That's
them
very
as a
common, right?
yeah
Where
yeah yeah.
you so sorry, clarify one more time if you can. So the two so wait, are there two employees, or are they all like essentially leasing the vehicle? Like, because that's a very common model where there's like independent contractors and they essentially lease the vehicle from you, right? And then they, are first responsible to you, but they're also free to go and do their own Uber Black or whatever it might. Is that
So here's my business model. That's because I think that we have to start with that in order to me to explain how
yes?
how it works. So I have myself four vehicles, two SUVs, two sprint events.
Okay.
I have my partner. I have 20% partnership on one of the limousine style, and then I sign up four drivers by a contract. So let's say I have to tell you numbers because otherwise it's hard to
Yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah.
I guarantee them $70,000 a year,
Okay.
and they just allowed to take trips for me, and then other rest from when I don't give them money or something, or I don't have jobs, they doing like Uber Black or something like that. So they keep something on the side, and
Yeah.
then but they not allowed to work with another company. This allow me to make my schedule when it's very busy on my
Yeah.
city.
And you guarantee them, and that's what a lot of these guys. Well,
But
that's what they want.
not everyone wants to get commitments. That's clear.
Oh, sure. No, no, for sure.
Nobody wants to sign contract on those times or
Of
stuff like that. But
course.
those guys, they were with me when I was on zero, and they work for me for the last 4 years. So they deserve to step back and say, "Hey, Armando had my back, and I will, doing my best to help this company out."
I
You
love
know,
that.
yeah,
They're loyal to you,
they are.
and it sounds like they're good at what they do, and that is so they're your front line, right? They're the
Yeah,
ones
of
that
course.
are meeting your clients, right?
hmm
And really that's the face of your business that your clients are seeing. So I love that. I guarantee and appreciate even now this is Seattle and it might be different in different markets,
hmm
but I love that idea because that's really what I think everyone like. Will my bills be covered? Right? Will at least my bills be covered? And having that guarantee, very powerful. I love that.
Well, I help two of them to move forward with their financing to get onto the suburban that they have. So
Okay.
I really help them out to get the
Yeah,
first car.
because it's
I,
tough, right?
and
You
I
know
got
how tough it
yeah,
is.
and I got them under my fleet insurance. You
Okay.
know, Now they don't have to pay 1,400 a month. They pay $400-500 a month because I take them into my wins, and that's something that not every company does. And I feel that um, it's very appreciated for on both
Oh
ways.
no,
You
totally.
know,
I love
Uh,
this.
yeah.
It's did you because I've heard variations of this, but I love the guarantee, helping with financing. These are things that, the helping with financing technically doesn't cost money, right? But it is something that does it adds risk, right? But again, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't trust these guys, right?
If you know you're gonna make thousands of dollars on June, July, and
Yeah,
your driver who is being with you for 2 years asks you, hey, I want to go to a next level. Why you don't
yeah.
help him to pay
No,
something
you
in
want them
advance
to go to the next level.
and to bought I bought and then I think it was $5,000-7,000. It wasn't that much to I pay, let's say, 1 month in advance. They was on the bring I get the opportunity to get their own vehicle, and I
Yeah.
told them, hey, just come to my insurance, and I know you're a good driver, I know your record, so it's not gonna be any problem.
Yeah, yeah. That's huge.
It's
And
beneficial for me and beneficial for the driver too.
sure. And they're like family pretty much, like at this point. I mean, and I love that. Well, because that's what really someone we were doing a group meeting, which you always join every other week, right? And someone was saying, um, we all have the same equipment, guys, right? And he was talking about, Cadillac Escalade, Suburbans, whatever it might be, Sprinters. The difference is the people, right? It's you, right? You
Yeah.
are, SUV Seattle. That's you, right? And that's why clients want to work with you. If you go and look at your reviews, I haven't checked lately, but how many do you have now on Google?
I have I think 300, but I have to be honest. I stopped to ask for review like a year ago. No, ask
I believe it because you'd have way more than that by now.
to not make pressure on client or following ups on. I have to. I should be back, but I have my mind right now to get contracts to I put my
No,
energy
no,
on
I feel you.
something else. But reviews, don't tell me wrong, reviews are important. My
Yeah,
competitors on the city, we know each other, so we all pretty much on the same level, 400
yeah,
review we
yeah.
have.
I'm gonna get you back though on that review game because um here's the thing. It and they're all obviously real reviews and you read the reviews, a lot of people take pictures with Armando and they mention you, and it's funny because a lot of like company owners, they want to be when I first got in this industry like 8 years ago, and I could never find, because I used to cold call, and I could never
Hmm.
find the name of the owner of the company, right? Because they all seem like they wanted to no one to know their name. And I think that's the exact opposite wrong way to do it. I love how you do it. You're front and center. You go to your site. By the way, anyone watching this, check his site out. SUVSeattleServices.com, right? Yeah. So, and because he's got video of himself, his chauffeurs. Look, people know what they're going to get when they get in the car, right? They know who they're working with. And when you read his reviews, a lot of times they mention Armando. And I'll tell you, when I'm looking this morning, I was looking for a vendor for a car detailer. And what I look for now in reviews is, number one, I don't want to work usually with a huge chain. Like I love smaller businesses where the owner, if I see their name a name coming up in the review a lot, that's usually who I want to work with because it's usually always the owner, and that means the owner's involved and the owner cares, and those are the businesses I want to work with. Um,
Totally, 100%. I thought the when you say that the very first time, on the meetings and these feedbacks and the conversation, you and I took the opportunity. I say I got to build my own brand. And this is not for everyone. Don't feel frustrated if you don't look good on pictures or you're not friendly face. Find somebody who
yeah,
who you
yeah,
know
yeah,
who can do the job from you, right? And
totally.
then you got to see if your company long term it will be pretty much set up to let's say on HUV Seattle, I'm gonna pass this company to my kids,
Yes.
and then those kids have to. I'm not gonna sell my company
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
next 20 years. That's why we put in our face on our company. If you have on
Yes.
other mission, if you want to build something short term, I didn't recommend to do that
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
people want to book with the owner all the time.
No. Yeah,
And they
yeah.
want to ride with them at least once, They want to
Totally.
see them at least once on a year, but they
Yeah.
want to connect with them. So
It's a thing.
it's a thing. Think about it. Make a plan first, and then you can decide what you definitely want for the business. On my case, I have to put my face on my marketing. I invite you all you guys to check my profile. I invite you
Yep.
all you guys to see if you're gonna work with
Your
us
Instagram
here in the
too, right?
city. Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, everything. But it's real people and real
Yeah.
connections
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
what we're doing here. My drivers are there with me for many years. They are not brand new. They know what to do. They they deserve their position. And that's why pretty much a lot of affiliator, a lot of people from Limo Marketer trust and SUV Seattle and take,
Yeah.
I have mayors. I have, I don't want to say many things because it's very policy
Mm,
privacy,
yeah, yeah,
but
no, sure.
we handle right now the high level clientele in the industry. So
Really?
we
I
work with the
love that.
best. We work with the best,
Okay.
and a lot of people trust in us, and that's
Yeah.
what we're doing here. And to be honest, Mark, this happened pretty much because I met you, and first time because Uber, right?
It happened because you're an awesome networker, man.
Perfect.
And
Yes,
you have a really incredible work ethic because
I
not
I
everyone
agree.
else is doing what you're doing, you
I
know.
agree. I agree, man. But I have to be honest. You guys show me another tools that I can use, right? Uh, on my side, my family, we appreciate it. So thank you,
I'm
Mark.
in
You
this
too.
long term,
Yeah.
like you. I appreciate that, and I want. Look, who knows what the future holds, but I do know this. Even with all this AI stuff, I know something that won't change, and maybe the job will change a little bit. And actually, if anything, because for those of you operators, I would be shocked if people right now are not at least hearing about Tesla's plans and all this other stuff. And here's the thing. So, people in the age of, all this AI stuff, automated driving, all that, people are still going to want to go to live events. People are still going to want to go on tours. People are going to still want to for many things have someone because I've been thinking a lot about this just because of my own business. I'm like, man, where's this going? Where's the black car industry going? When you weren't in it and I wasn't in it, but when Uber and Lyft came in 2011, 2012, man, that 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 took a big hit on the industry. And I know, and my clients know that it's a different thing, right? It's a different thing. It's like more of an on demand or whatever. But but I generally see a lot of my clients going bigger, doing sprinters, uh, buses. And so, what's your plan for 2026? Like, because I know your busy season that starts April. Like, when does it start really picking up? March
I think
with the bookings?
late March. Well, with the
Okay,
booking, okay, Mark. When you have something structured like we have, we sell it now for September, October, December. Book prepay. We have
really?
another.
Oh, people already booking now.
Yes. So my
Wow.
system. It's hard, but that's why I'm behind to collect payments in advance. But
Yeah.
man, I mean, you have to not convince. We have to show them value to let them
Yes.
know, hey, we are the best in the industry. We take you back. We don't gonna if you cancel, we're gonna send you a refund. Stuff like that. Make the
Yeah.
sale friendly because how I'm seeing this. is, let's say, small operator is still small. Even with 10 people working around, it's just still small, you know. I think it's very important to have a cash flow. Mostly it's low seasons, and I think that if you have you put value on your clients on the table, they're gonna book with us regardless.
Yes.
So my plan 2026 is what we are doing now, making sales for the busy season. I have just three cars out there making the schedule. And I bring the limousine Sprinter van on my side. I have that car with me in order to promote the car or the
Yeah.
Sprinter and
Yeah.
see how it goes. Seattle is very particular. I don't think that mm, it is the best city to do limo styles on party buses and stuff like that. It's complicated. I don't want to say it's not the best city. I want to say you got to have plenty of backup to handle the pressure and the
And the slow months, right?
yeah, yeah.
When like January and February, it's those limo style vehicles. You know, we talked about this in the group meetings we do. Which, by the way, everyone, we're planning on. I'm starting to want to start doing YouTube lives once every other week with just anyone who wants to
It's
watch.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With clients and people who aren't clients and just answer questions.
Well,
But
to finish the
oh yeah, so
question,
sorry. Yeah,
what we're gonna do in 2026, we wanna work hard, Mark. We're gonna improve. You're right. Our software doing this with the software and full it help. We came from text. You know, we get busy so fast. I wasn't prepared to use any software on that point. You know, we start to get
yeah,
booking and booking and booking. So texting and giving using Google Calendar stuff like that. So now we are more strong and we have the capacity to dominate the industry in that way too. Not you don't bring value if you just if you're not prepared, if you don't have somebody always behind the phone, stuff like that. So
100%.
now we're prepared. We have the vehicle, we got the team. We're gonna kill 2026. And about the electric car that you just talking about, um, I just came from San Francisco 2 weeks ago, a week
Yeah,
ago.
Waymo,
Yeah,
right? That or
Waymo.
they have a
Oh
lot of
gosh.
Waymo. Yeah,
Well,
that
I
that's
saw.
remote people though, right? They're not
Yeah.
fully. Yeah, yeah,
But anyways, I mean, if you have a strong company, you will have a strong financing. You know, if Waymo come to Seattle, you're gonna go and go to another side of the business, right? You can
yeah.
buy couple Waymos that have electric vehicles, Sprinter vans. You cannot close the door with new opportunities and
Totally.
with the technology, and
And a good
this is a
team.
great yeah.
You have a
They're
good
gonna need
team.
they're gonna need people anyways. Somebody handle
One
the
hundred percent.
who clean the cars inside, stuff like details of cars.
Totally.
So, but
Yeah.
you got to have money to
Yeah. No. No.
to
No.
invest.
For sure. For sure. And we're going to this year, yeah, try to help all of our because we have a lot. You know, last year we downsized, which has been a good thing because we want to, we're a boutique firm. We want to really cater to our clients who are really serious. You're very serious, right? About growth, about getting better, and we found we were spending the most time, which this always ends up happening with, operators that are kind of more starting out. Maybe they only have really like when you first started, right? It doesn't always you're not guys like you aren't the rule, you're the exception, so to speak, because it's not just leads that someone needs or even help with sales. There's a lot to know when you're, and as you know, right, getting even to this point, there's a lot to freaking know. And I think 2026 is going to be a really great year because so much is changing in software, and we really are looking forward to helping you uh, automate more things, but also let's not forget. I think the most valuable thing that you guys do is getting on the phone. Sometimes, don't have to do it with everyone, but especially for a client that could be, maybe it's an event, maybe it's whatever it is, and really just finding out who that person is, and what they need, because um, airport transfers, especially one-off stuff, this, if you pick them up, they're going to a cruise, from, to SeaTac to Pier, what is it, 66 or 91 or whatever, and they're from out of town. Maybe they do a cruise every year. But look, at the end of the day, like the big money is generally in contracts, right? And so I'm guessing you've gotten some bigger clients over the years from this. And I'm guessing the very first job wasn't that big, deal or contract or whatever it was, right? It typically starts off as maybe just an airport transfer, right? And maybe they meet you, and then they introduce you to someone who introduces you to someone. Have you had anything like that in recent memory happen?
I mean, I think that when you start, let's say with the marketing, you have to do marketing, don't need in the marketing. I don't know if I can, you understand. You invest in marketing, you prepare yourself to do marketing, but if you want to get the result right away, or it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen like that, right? So
No.
I highly recommend to people doing with marketing with you, doing marketing with another agency, doing marketing themselves.
Just
Educate
trying it
to
with someone.
you got to
Yes.
try with someone. You got to do what you have to do. But, first of all, try to put your company or yourself on the picture on to promote whatever you want to promote on the right way.
Yes.
I I,
Yeah.
I think that this I have to be very honest. I think that after our first interview, I got, like, to be honest, like 30 or 40 calls.
No way.
Random people, let's say. I get
Yeah.
calls from
Yeah.
people and say, "Hey, you think that Limo marketers are spam?" I say, "Man, I mean, I don't have the time to explain that, but I took the time to explain that,
I
and I
appreciate that.
and I think that couple then and sign out, right? But I get another ones who don't have any idea, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
you have to listen that to the people who have the idea, are following up. You have to learn if you want to either get more volume or trust, or be more trustable in the city, because I think that's it what happened year by year. You got your company is more trustable, so
Yeah. Yeah.
people
Yeah.
people from your city book with you. But on another side, for example, I met Rob because the first interview, but Rob
Right.
from
Rob.
Louisiana,
Rob's
great,
great.
great
Yeah.
guy. I met him, and
Shout out to
he
Rob. What is it? Rob Rides on
book
Instagram.
book
Guys,
book book with
or
Rob.
book with Rob. Sorry, book with Rob. I think it's two B's on Instagram. Uh, Rob's great. He's very creative guy. He's just like, he's an idea guy. He's an artistic type, actually, and he has a
Yeah.
very unique model, and it works really well for him. And he has a lot of fun doing it. I mean, you can
Yeah.
just tell. You look at him in those videos. You guys gotta check it out. He's got videos shooting flamethrowers and
Oh, well,
you name it.
he pick up the phone when I call him. I say, "Hey, man, I start with this. I love what you're doing, and I think I have the potential. Give me a couple ideas in order to move forward and start my thing." He say, "Hey, man, he have a hard British accent." He said, "Man, you gotta
Yeah.
do what you gotta do. You gotta start with something, whatever you think is okay. Just move forward. You're good. You looks great. I mean, just go. I mean, do it." That's pretty much what
Yeah.
he said. His advice: just go and do something. And
Yes.
I start doing posting once a week. And
Yeah.
man, he encouraged me to start, and I started with doing my videos. I started doing my marketing, couple picture here, couple picture there. Another my competitors now are doing the same thing,
Mm.
but that's good thing to say.
No, no, no.
That's
That's
why this interview, Mark, is very interesting, because at least I know that they seen those videos too. So you guys, competitors on my city, for example, just your things with your own ideas. That's okay. I'm not getting any jealous or gonna get mad because
It's a
somebody else is doing
compliment
this.
if they
It's a
copy you.
compliment. It's okay. But
Yeah.
Rob, for example, he said, "Hey man, if you need a video, you come to Louisiana. We can do something together. Or
Yeah.
I can go by
He's got some
to
good ones, man. He's got
yeah,
some really cool ones.
but do
Yeah.
something. That's my advice. Start with something.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with marketing, I
Yeah.
mean, on my
And you're referring
contract,
to content, like just getting yourself out there. It's just like, it's very scary for a lot of
it
people,
is.
like to post a video or even like photos and kind of promote yourself. But man, even if whether you're an immigrant or you're from here, like most of you have, most people have, a unique story, and it's going to connect with certain people. And you got, like, even if you got like a fifth of those number of calls that you said after the last video, wow, which means you connected, right, with
Yeah,
lots of people.
I can say for our first meeting with two cars, with not the good experience that I have 2 years after, I get couple good contracts. Right, people connect with me. People say, "Well, I want to handle my people in Seattle with small operator," and we start. Not
Yeah.
thousands of dollars, but we start with something. And this time, I'm open my schedule, for anyone who need transfers from Seattle or something like that. They can call me directly. Don't hesitate. I will take the call, and
Yeah.
I will explain you guys, hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. But at the end of the day, guys, just doing, you know, do it bigger.
Yeah.
Don't think that, oh, I gonna go. My little daughter's gonna take me a photo on the car and that's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. You gotta go bigger. You're gonna find a professional. If you don't know nothing about this, find somebody who know about this and doing at
Rob
least
got
at
his
least.
neighbor's kid, who was like in I think film school or photography school, right?
Yeah.
And that actually was a great idea because the kid needed experience. Rob needed someone who, I mean, if you can find someone who is into it, and maybe they are younger, actually I'd recommend, unless yeah, I would recommend, actually, in most cases, someone younger. Though it's not the young, the important thing is they're still learning, and like, because so much has changed even in the last few months in video editing, and what you can do now with all these AI tools is crazy. And so if you can, let's say, finance some of these subscriptions and maybe even help them with some equipment, right? Finding like a college student saying, "Hey, can you help me with my marketing? I can pay you some, you know, and it won't be a ton, but they're going to get access to the tools, the equipment, and you pay for that, right? That's a huge opportunity. And then you get someone who is going to be, much more devoted, rather than going and finding like a local videographer, which that yeah, you're going to get someone with more experience, but they're going to charge you a lot more. And at the end of the day, I mean, Rob
But
has done a lot with
but
that content.
I have to tell you this, Mark. I know operators on my city, for example, that they have uh let's say I'm gonna tell you like brands. They have Escalade, they have you know a lot of expensive car,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they don't well to spend $1,000 on video shooting. So
I am
it
so
is.
glad you brought that up.
It is
That
something,
is,
man. Listen, everyone just listen to this podcast or a conversation or interview. If you have 100K to invest on an Escalade, invest $20,000 on educate yourself how to do marketing and how to promote your business, right? And bought a simple Suburban, right? Start with that, please. Don't get over. I know people here in my city who they invest on the new Escalade IQ $150,000. They ask me for a job for $80. So
yeah.
do not invest on things that you cannot promote. Right.
Wow. That actually, that one piece of advice I feel like is worth the price of like this whole, we're listening to this whole thing. I'm so glad you brought that up because, and I wish I would have thought of it because I've had that thought so many times. So, 2 weeks ago, I was talking to an operator out of the East Coast who had just spent $675,000 on a 56 passenger bus, right?
Jeez.
And we're yeah, right? Like what? I didn't even know they ran that much, but it's brand new, right? And what we're talking about, I was like, we should do a video shoot. And yeah, sure, you can do all this AI stuff. AI. Look, man, if you just spent almost three-quarters of $1 million on a bus, like drop a few $1,000s on a really nice, it doesn't cost that much, on a nice video shoot where you get some drones, where you get lots of footage of it. I mean, yeah, it's wild to me, and 100% what you just said. If you're spending money on this, especially new equipment, man, you better be promoting, like shooting video, images, like you name it, have it in every freaking scene you can have it in, like Rob, driving through the cornfields, right? Like, it was a cool, like I saw, I was like, wow, what a great idea, and I know he's
With a
always probably
goat.
just, yeah, I know he's always just probably driving around like, oh, that would be cool. And, but yes, invest in content, right? Invest in getting yourself out there.
Another thing is YouTube is free, man. Educate yourself, but doing right. I mean, doing right because it's gonna reflect on your results.
Yes.
Don't try to. I know everyone. I mean, even myself. I want the new Mercedes S-Class for my business or my drive. But even if I have the money to get it, I mean, I called Rob, man. I wanted the freaking. He got the Maybach.
My
I
box.
want. I
Yeah,
want them.
yeah,
I want a Maybach, Rob. He
yeah.
say, you know what he say? You should start with 550 2020. Don't get this. This is a lot of money.
It's probably
It's right.
it's yeah, no, no, no.
And we both making good money in the industry now.
Sure.
And I have to step back and say, hey, Armando, it's not the time. It's still with your
Yeah, yeah.
Suburban. It's still with
There
your
will be a
Lincoln.
time sometime, but yeah, but be
Probably
smart.
not. But probably not. You don't have to invest that
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
money.
At the end of the day, yeah, like if your business is growing, like it's that content piece, man. And
Yeah.
and you've got that, and Rob, I don't know a lot of guys that are, and maybe more are now, but are doing what you guys do. And I think I'm surprised that more aren't, because I feel like that could be its own little course. I've talked to Rob about that, like,
Well, the
doing like a
it,
little course, like, because you guys really, it's about image, right? You guys are selling, you know, uh, brand is about image, right? What do people think of when they think of SUV Seattle? You know, um, you know,
yeah, but for the scratch and Mark, you can do good content with Suburbans. You can do
no, no,
good content
totally.
with before I move forward and bought 120,000 $150,000 Mercedes Maybach, two passengers. I gonna
Yeah.
move and buy a new Sprinter van limousine style for 14 passengers, increase the level of the ticket, and I have more bookings, and the end of the day, this is what's matter, having sales.
No,
So,
no, totally.
you know,
And a lot of your photos, it's not like, unless you're a car person, like the vehicle isn't even usually the highlight. Like for us, or I'm not even a car guy, but for people who are into cars, sure, that's the highlight. For most people, they want to see other people like themselves, ideally, um, having a good experience, right?
yeah.
And so when you look at your Instagram, what do you see? A lot of happy clients, right? A lot of people. And that's what should be in your marketing and your content. Either, do something like Rob and be like very like wild, make these interesting videos, but also like so many of your, I've seen photos, are you like with clients, or maybe it's a group of clients, and that is just really powerful. And do you I've always thought it would be great idea to like incentivize not just drivers. I have some that clients that pay their drivers if they can, get them to someone to leave a review. But I've always wondered, like, what if you like paid them to capture like a few really good photos or something, or try to get a photo with the group? Because that's like, if you just on every single job just ask, like, what do you have to lose, right? Um, some might not want to, and that's okay, and you can probably feel it out too, right? Based on the group, there's some people you won't ask, right? But some people will be more than happy to, and like maybe you kick them like $10 or $20 or whatever for every photo, because that's content you can put on Instagram, Facebook. uh you know uh
Well, Mark, there is a certain point right there that is the privacy, right? That I want to be transparent, right? When we
yeah,
doing these jobs, mostly there are privacy involved, or people
sure.
don't like to get on pictures. But listen, what I understand on this couple years ago was, okay, we got the airport transfer, we have corporate transfers, corporate clients, but also we have a lot of tourists, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So two stories,
Tourists, yes.
tourists. So what's
Yeah.
happened is every single people, look how I get my reviews. I got to, this is one, I'm gonna throw the ball for my competitors. Um, I I pick it out my clients on the cruise line, and there is a park on Seattle named Perry Park, which is the point view from the city. And I asked them, hey, do you guys have the time to stop on Kerry Park? They say no. No, we don't know where it is, right? So I told them, hey, what about if my chauffeur or myself take you to Kerry Park? You guys take the family photo and share the photo with us in order to us use for the website and everything. And this and no extra cost. We're gonna lose 35 minutes there
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
but we're gonna have the review. We're gonna have the photo. We're gonna have more.
Yes, yes,
So
yes. I love that. I love that.
we sell complimentary stuff with the photo from the city, and we sell something like emotional attached. Because these people don't got.
I love
You
that.
know,
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. That's
so
another great tip.
I know you're gonna lose probably, if you're doing back-to-back trips, you're gonna lose your next trip, right? But you have to start to collect reviews. You got to collect some content.
That's
So
gold right there.
that's how.
Anyone in Seattle, Armando, you guys owe him like something. Like if you guys start using that, you got to send Armando some I don't know, by mistake dinner or something. Like what a great idea.
I
What a
mean, like,
great
we
freaking
take the
idea.
people
Yeah.
for the cruise. The stop is right there. It's just 5 minutes from the cruise line. We take them to the photo
It's a
spot,
little
take the
extra,
photo.
and there's that reciprocity thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that is how we build our reputation, about reviews and stuff like that. Happy clients, we sell them
Yeah.
something value and something like they're not gonna forget, which is the photo with Marvin on the very end and stuff like that, which is something that's very particular here.
Yeah.
It is, for example, on San Francisco, it's like you take, well, unfortunately, the Golden State Bridge is not close to the airport, but let's say it's 5 minutes from the airport. Take your
Yeah.
people there, man. To
No,
let's say
there's
the
iconic spots in each city,
iconic,
right?
exactly.
Yes. Totally.
And yeah, I mean that's a good idea to start and build the relationship. Be allowed to ask your clients to, hey, let's take a picture of each other together, and
Yeah.
we can use this photo for marketing, yes or no, and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Something
yeah.
soft.
You have to, you're gonna say, hey, look, this is going to be used in my marketing materials. Actually, it's funny. I had a experience recently where we were fortunately at a hospital, but like some firemen came by. It was during the holidays, and all they come in the room. Excuse me, got a bit of a cold. They come in the room and they're like, "Oh, does your son want me Santa?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." They're like, "Cool." And so Santa comes in. They're like, "Oh, would you mind being in some of our videos and whatever?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And they're like, "Oh, just sign this." And they had like a little, to get. And so, look, I'm guessing more often than not, like, you probably don't have to get like signatures or anything. If you were like some really large company, I could see them like, okay, no, we need to get sign offs or whatever. But it's like you said, you're doing something extra for them. Hey, would you love to go get a picture at this, iconic spot that, everyone knows? And they kind of almost feel like, They owe you
I mean,
something.
the stop means money. I mean, and you're losing. But let's say you have to lose something to get something back.
No, no, totally. It's that reciprocity,
It's
right?
a reciprocity. Yes.
Yeah.
And it
Give to
was my
get.
it was my key at works. I don't think hopefully works from people listening to this interview, but if not, try to a different way. Try to if you're not allowed to get the photo, at least a good review. Ask for a hey,
Yeah.
and we're gonna what I'm doing now from the review. I say, hey, and that's what we have here. If you put the name driver on the review, we're gonna give him end of the year bonus. And if I'm seeing 10, 20, 30 reviews on my end of the year, I give them $400, $500, and it's okay. I mean, the drivers is
Yeah.
always happy because he have business. If we have
Yes.
business or people have business.
Totally. Yeah. And it's a principle, right? Like just doing more than they, signed up for and are paying you for, even if it's a little bit more, that goes a long way, and not, maybe nickel and diming for, oh, can we make an extra stop? Yeah, no problem at all. Or whatever it might be. It definitely, that reciprocity thing kicks in, and, it always works out in the long run.
Now, Mark, let me ask you a question. You are probably the industry, another side from the industry. Uh, why when we send trips to another affiliate or another states or whatever, they are not with the same mindset like we're just talking about here. Let's say if you client at stuff for 5 minutes, they just want to charge you for everything and stuff like that. I think that is hey guys, that's why everyone's seeing this video. If they want to share business with us, we not like that, right? We
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate it.
Nickel and diming every
I
little.
hate that. I hate that.
Yeah,
We're here to make money, but we're here to build relationship too. So just little
100%.
those little details are something like I want to ask you if you know why, if you have experience with that.
It's very common, and it's in everything in business, and it's like it's short-sightedness, right? It's almost like immediate gratification sort of thing, where it's like, oh, can I make a little more now? And it's like, sure. And maybe it's that people just are, some people might be cynical over time, like, oh, would love to partner with you, do more work together. Oh yeah, sure. It's my only time I'll ever work with this guy or whatever. And I'm gonna just, nickel and dime him for everything. But if you I feel like we attract, generally, the who we are, we attract people like ourselves, right? It just naturally happens because you want to work with other people. Like my favorite clients, like you. I have lots of others that like you. They're ambitious. They're like, it's always, they're never like, hey, oh, this is the problem or this against it. It's always like, what can we do? How can we make it better? That's the mindset. And the ones that are doing the things you just mentioned, like things like nickel and diming, there's lots of things like that, where it's short-sighted. It's like, like an affiliate stealing a client or something, right? It's like, look, at the end of the day, all we have is, our name or a business and our word, and over time, reputation compounds, right? And so doing the right thing, especially if your staff, no matter who's watching, even if no one's watching, yourself, right? And
Yeah,
uh,
you
and
got to
that's
you got to do that right, even when nobody's seeing you.
you got to have the
Because
reputation with yourself, right? And that's
yeah,
that's where it all starts. And so, that's kind of what you want. You want to find other people like you, like in other markets, that you can do business with long term. That's really where
well,
the most profit is.
small operators out there. I mean, if you're thinking that way, don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
If
not
you're
the
on
right
this
person.
wavelength,
I'm
call.
not the right person.
Yeah, yeah. But if you are like feeling what we're putting out here
Yeah,
and
exactly.
saying, Armando is your man, SUV Seattle, and dude, this has been great.
Yeah,
Thanks so
of
much for
course.
doing this. I want to respect your time, and I I really enjoyed this, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Mark.
hopefully we can do this again soon.
Yeah, I just want to say my goodbyes, with my Latino community. I was been telling you this, and like I want to do something in Spanish, to at least in the
Right, right.
conversation.
I almost forgot
Yeah,
about that.
because let me tell you this, Mark, to finish the interview with you. You know the business I want to say from some corner, right? But on the bottom, from the bottom, there is a
Yes.
lot of Latinos, a lot of people from around the world and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
So there is an issue that people want to understand how this works. And
Totally.
choose people, Latino community, people from
South
around the
Florida
world.
is very big.
Yeah,
Even where I'm at in LA, like big Latino community, South Florida, a lot of
don't
Spanish
don't don't
speaking.
get don't get scary. Put yourself out there, and the opportunity gonna come. Just doing the right thing. Don't go on for the minimum things like we spoke before, and you
Yes,
eventually gonna have the team, the persons, and the clientele. Thank you, Mark, for this opportunity. Thank you for the job you has been done for 3 years now. I'm look forward for many other years, and for the opportunity to interview. Have a good one, man.
I love it. Thanks, Armando.
Of course.